Bro,
All right.
when I tell you that I witnessed a football game last night,
Okay, you witnessed a football game.
And I've
last
got to
night.
tell you about it, man. It was Mexico. The Mexican boys were in town.
Okay.
And I mean in town, I mean by Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. That's in town by American standards, right?
It's relatively in the neighborhood.
They're in our country.
And, well, first of all, 15% of the crowd was about Americans. Mostly it was a Mexican crowd, which is kind of crazy.
Let me stop you for a second. So when you say that America was playing Mexico, are we doing World Cup stuff right now?
No, this is
Okay.
a CONCACAF League of Nations.
I don't know what that means.
So
But that sounds like some Justice League type stuff.
So there's a federation. CONCACAF
Okay.
is where, like USA, Mexico, Canada, the American, the North, the American continent.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right.
Yeah.
So then you have like the UEFA League of Nations, which is Europe.
okay.
So like right now, I think Croatia versus Spain is the championship for their League of Nations.
Okay.
But for us, it's Canada versus USA because we put a beating on
Dang.
Mexico.
How bad of a beating?
3-0, bro. 3-0.
Ooh.
And we're going to get into it. There's some craziness. I've never witnessed a game more entertaining
Okay.
than the one that I saw the other night. And I'm saying that after watching Messi's World Cup win, which
Wow.
went to penalty kicks.
Wow.
I didn't have any stakes involved there. It was just fun moment to watch for
Right.
football history.
Right.
This one's like, this is my country, bro. And
We got something to be proud of.
I have double stakes because my grandpa is from Durango.
Ooh.
So like I have Mexican blood and American blood, and so that was kind of fun to watch that rivalry.
So
go
you
on
got
there.
you've got skin in the game.
I do have skin in the
Dude.
game.
Okay.
So but anyway, I stand with my country, the U.S. of A., and we
Roll Tide.
yes, we rolled Tide. But before we get into the game and we react to some footage from it,
Do you have a present for me?
I have a sponsor.
You have a sponsor.
Channel sponsor. This podcast, sponsored by Fancustom.
Fancustom, baby.
And
Oh, these are the things.
these are the things.
Y'all, I've been so excited for this.
Sir is for you.
Oh, shoot. All right, hold
There's
on.
that number 12.
Okay. Y'all see this? Oh, bro, do we have numbers on
Yeah,
here?
we have numbers.
Like, you have the same number I have? Or
No, I have 16.
Bro,
you have
12 was my number in high school, bro, when I played American football. Look, hold up. Derby Derbs?
Derby Derbs.
Derby Derbs. All right, hold on, wait. Hold yours up. Hold me transition the camera. Let me transition. Do y'all see that, bro?
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. We're going off camera. We're changing into these. I'm proud to report that mine fits.
All right. Yeah, man. But look at this. Like, got the name on the back.
Yeah, show it off, bro. Pixlr. Hold on, is my name on the back?
Yeah, it is.
Bro, hold on. Wait. I don't even know. Hold on. Can you guys?
Yeah, McKinney, right there.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now,
Hey.
Okay,
I'm
this
excited.
is by Fan Customs, by the way. You can go there should be a link in the description here.
There is.
You use my code, you can get an offer there on this website and buy your own
Yes.
custom jersey. I'm excited about that. Even though mine doesn't fit, it will.
It will. Yeah.
It's close.
Thank you so much
Fan Custom
for the sponsor. You guys are incredible. This is literally life-changing.
Yeah, man.
fantastic.
Derby Derbs.
The Derby Derbs.
It is official. All right.
It is. We can't change it now. We got jerseys.
Yeah, no, we got jerseys now.
I would also like to bring notice to something that is happening right now. In our studio setup that we have right now, as you guys can tell, we're back. I'm off my crutches. I'm walking around. I'm doing my thing. Here's the dealio, though. Our studio setup lost air conditioning today, and it is about 83 degrees in here. So if you see Luke and I sweating like dogs,
Profusely.
yeah, that's why. So
through this
please,
shirt already, yeah.
yes, please do not make fun of us because it's hot.
It is partially because I'm still fat. Partially. Secondly, it's hot in here.
I am also fat, even though
Yeah.
you guys can't really tell on camera. If I was to put this thing sideways, like there's a reason we have two cameras. If you guys could see us, I'm large. So
Yeah, and speaking of the fat thing, if you aren't aware of some of my journey on this channel, you can go
Yes.
over to Luke's Fitness Academy.
you sure can.
And you can see I started this year when I started falling in love with football. I actually decided to actually get out and start playing it, and I've lost a substantial amount of weight. You go over there and you can see the whole journey there.
Oh yeah, and go support Luke on his channel.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm trying to learn how to play so I can not only talk about a sport that I now love, I can also play the sport.
Yeah, and we kind of got both of us are doing like some type of health journey.
Yeah.
Mine's a little different because I was forced into it.
Yeah, yours is catastrophic.
Yeah, but I'm also walking through my ACL injury and stuff like that and talking about other famous athletes that got injured. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, come check out the channel because I would be more than happy to welcome you guys on. Some of y'all have already jumped over, and I'm very appreciative of that. As you can tell, upgraded the sound situation, so no more popping on the videos. So everything's A-OK, boys.
Yeah. So getting back to this Mexico game.
Yes, please.
All right. So what we have here is we had a game. I watched the game. I was very entertained by the game for the most part.
Okay.
USA looked great.
Okay.
Christian Pulisic got a brace. A brace is what you call it when you get 2 goals in one game.
Oh, so he wasn't injured or anything. This is like a
brace.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And he has one of the coolest celebrations. He ended up getting a yellow card for it, but after his.
So wait. So I'm sorry. 2 is brace, 3 is hat trick.
Hat trick, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm learning everything.
There were 4 red cards. There was plenty of yellow cards to go around.
Yeah.
From about the 68th minute, which is where the real just fighting started.
Mm-hmm.
Like the game was out of control after that point. It was,
Dude.
I mean, sliding tackles all over the field. And,
in Vegas, nonetheless.
Oh, yeah.
That's the perfect place for something like that to happen because
yeah.
Vegas is just such a wild city as is.
Well, so this is like we're getting to witness this is my first introduction into like the rivalry between USA and Mexico.
Okay.
This is like a big deal. Like,
yeah, I haven't. I mean, this is my first intro as well. I mean, it's
USA
wow.
Mexico apparently has been over the last few years. It's just been building. Maybe even back into the 90s or so.
Has it been like that between the women's teams as well, or is it just guys?
I don't know. I don't know much about the women's national team.
I feel like we really need to educate ourselves on that because they ball out, bro. Like
unless they play against Wrexham.
Unless they play.
All right, we'll leave that alone for this podcast.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. I've heard though.
Yeah, but no. So USA, dude, I'm so excited. Like it's a good sign for the. I mean, Mexico is in a bad place. It's not like we beat them at their full strength. So
what's going on with Mexico?
They've been struggling for a while.
Okay.
They're having some coaching issues. I mean, they made it to the semifinal of the League of Nations, but the American continental football is maybe not as good as Europe anyway. So
sure.
Mexico, they just didn't have a great showing and haven't had a great team for a while. I don't know much about them really to go into why, but I do know that people in the comments have been saying that they've been struggling and the U.S. team is on the rise. And this was the most dominating performance they'd had against Mexico. So like this was a statement.
Right. So this is like the first time we actually got to see like the U.S. dominant or the U.S. on the rise in dominant fashion versus a Mexico team that's kind of dropping off. So I imagine they've kind of had the upper hand for a while.
Yeah, and well, like he was saying, they haven't beat us since like 2019. Like we've won the last, I think, 6
matchups,
but this was the first time we just
really
rolled. Like they could do nothing to stop us.
Boy, I bet that hurt some feelings.
Yeah, Pulisic was in he's in a great zone, 2 goals in the game, and he was really good all game long.
Yeah,
McKinney is a great player.
Hey, you dang straight, McKinney's a great player.
He's a great
you know
player.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, the whole. Like I said, for those of you who are Patreon subscribers and channel members, for our extended podcast here at the end, we're going to actually look at the on-field drama and actually watch that clip. But I didn't want that to get copyright claimed here on the main channel. So we're going to save that for those of you who pay me.
Oh yeah, come on. And speaking of paying, if anybody wants to donate a new microphone for Luke.
I need to match what he's got over there.
He needs to match what I got over here. There's a couple reasons. One, it would improve his setup greatly. But 2, it's an incredible microphone, and it'll last him for years and years and years. And if any of y'all want to drop that on him, do so.
You can really see the class disparity here because we got McKinney over here.
Wait a second. We're both broke, bro.
We're seminary students, but this man over here has a Shure SM57.
Yes, Shure SM57.
With a MacBook, and I'm over here with the AKG, which is a beautiful mic, by the way. For $100, good stuff.
Yeah.
and the old
Chromebook.
Google Chromebook.
Yeah, so
you really see
it's a lot different. All right, but who has more subscribers, bro?
Yeah,
It goes to
fair.
show you don't need all this equipment.
Oh no, I've been making hundreds of thousands of views on my iPhone. So
listen, and speaking of, I want to just roast you for just a second. Speaking of your hundreds of thousands of views, matter of fact, let me just do a little research here. If I pull up Luke's Sport Academy here on YouTube. Hold on, you can't. They can't even see you right now. Oh. All right, this is all on me because we're doing some roasting there. I'm gonna just go to your channel here. Let's see here. And if I hit the About button, this is what I read. Are you ready for this, Luke? Mm-hmm. Hi, I am Luke, an avid NFL and Dallas Cowboys fan. I am new to the game of rugby, so if you want to subscribe to the channel and go on the journey with me, that would be awesome. Luke, do you react to rugby videos?
Not anymore.
Nope, not anymore.
Like to plead the fifth.
He would like to plead the fifth. He's hiding in shame. So, what would it take for you to update your bio?
It probably needs to be done. Needs to be done like yesterday, but especially if I'm gonna be trying to attract the channel sponsors.
Shoot. Well, I don't even know what brought me to that. I was just like on your channel. I think I responded to something that you had posted in like a community post. And I saw that, and I was like, you have got to be kidding me, bro. He has been making soccer/football videos for forever. And I see rugby. But you started with rugby.
Yeah, right? I haven't done a rugby video since October of last year.
What in the world? Oh, those are the bikers.
Yeah, GTA 5 going outside.
Yeah, we live in New Orleans, and we live in like a rough part of New Orleans. And our studio is right next to a road. In New Orleans that has frequent like
ATV gang.
Yeah, ATV gang that just rides by, and it's crazy.
All right.
Anyway, sorry, that was a little off track.
So
other exciting things in America though.
Oh yeah, okay. So not only do we have this amazing Mexican-American game,
right, leading to an amazing America-Canada game,
right, which is Sunday, I believe.
Sunday, cool.
So it'd be cool to see if we can win that cup, win that trophy.
Right.
But we also have some big news. So I have a particular opinion on this. I think that Miami now is home to the greatest player, the greatest athlete in the world.
Ooh.
So now I think he's already the greatest athlete on American soil now, as soon as he gets here. And the reason I say this is because now I'm going to make a pretty this is going to be my argument.
Now I want you to understand what you're saying.
Oh yeah, I know. This puts him above LeBron, Brady. This puts him above, I don't know who else we have in the GOAT conversations of our sports. But I think Messi is that, and here's why. There is no sport that has more players in it than football.
Okay.
Football has thousands of players all over the world, in every country. The fact that there are thousands of teams in France alone shows you that there's just people all over the world play the sport. For him to be considered the greatest of all time in that sport means that he stands above like thousands of players. And in our sports, like they play basketball in other countries.
Okay.
But like basically we're comparing our athletes to each other.
Yeah. Here's the thing though. I just want to push back on this just a little bit. I'm not saying that Messi's not the greatest football player ever. Right. I think I would say that it's universally accepted, but there's some people who think that Ronaldo is better for whatever reason. I hope somebody gets mad at me for that. But anyway, this is what I have to say to that. Okay, yeah, there's thousands of people that play that. Okay. Here's the deal though. There's only so many players that can make it to the professional leagues of American football.
Yeah.
There's a roster cap for every team that's 53, and there are 32 teams. So at the end of the day, it is the best of the best that are playing in the American football category.
But you can say that about professional football too. Like, there are thousands of teams, but not all those players get to play in the pro leagues. He's at the pinnacle of that sport.
There's multiple leagues of professional teams, though, right? Like
Yeah.
there are players that I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with you. That's all I'm saying.
I don't understand why a smaller league would be better for my argument against my argument.
Because a smaller league, like just because there's a ton of people in it doesn't mean anything. Like,
Well, I'm saying there's a smaller pool of athletes to draw from.
out of what? Out of what? The
Like
NFL?
there are fewer basketball players in the world than there are football players in the world. So there are going to be more opportunities for there to be better players.
No. There are fewer basketball players in the world that make it on TV.
No, I'd say there are fewer basketball players in general. Like
In general,
I think football is the most played sport across the board.
you might be right. That might be, you might be onto something. Maybe, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about your argument. I don't know that I necessarily agree with.
I mean, I'm still working through it, but
Yeah.
I
I think you've got solid footing. The issue that I run into is like I'm just like, well, just because there's more people there doesn't mean, because at the end of the day, you're still working off the top 5% of those players are actually what you would consider the top of their game. How many players are on a team?
But then that still goes to my argument though, is that you're right, there are still a small group at the top of professional football, but there are professional leagues in every country.
Okay.
And so of those, he's still considered to be the GOAT above all those. And the amount of things that he's accomplished kind of go to prove that he's risen to the pinnacle of all of those professional leagues in every country.
That makes sense.
So that's just, I don't know. I think that he's easily the most beloved GOAT of all time.
Yeah, I got you.
Like we had the fact that when he came to Miami, they went from 1 million Instagram followers to 5 million as a team.
Like the minute he signed?
Same
Bro,
day.
no way.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Enter
Where's
Miami
we
now
use,
has...
both our phones
Yeah.
are used as cameras right now.
And the crazy thing is now, think about this.
Okay.
Who is the most popular American football team professional?
Right now it's either Kansas City or the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll back it up. I would say like across the world, I think the Cowboys actually are the most
They're considered America's team.
right, but I think they're also like the most lucrative of the clubs.
Right.
And so I think that anyway, the Cowboys have 4-point-something million Instagram followers. Inter Miami has more. And in fact, not only that, Inter Miami already has more more followers than any of the American football teams.
Dang.
Like they're now the most popular sports franchise in America.
On social media.
Yeah, but not by Americans. That's the amount of attraction that's coming towards Major League Soccer
Internationally,
from across the world.
So internationally, they are 100% the most popular team in
That
America.
boggled my mind when I
Just
stopped
because
to think.
Messi signed.
Like Messi comes here, and all of a sudden, the international support already boosts Miami above any of our clubs.
Is this the greatest thing that's ever happened to?
Yeah, and I think so. There's two things that could happen here.
MLS, right? Major League Soccer.
Major League Soccer.
So is this the greatest thing that's ever happened to Major League Soccer?
I think easily it is. I mean, we've had Pele came here.
Oh, whoa.
And yeah, he played. I can't remember which team he played for. We've had other legends come here, like David Beckham came to play.
I know David Beckham did. I know we had what's his name too. That's like
Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, golly.
Yeah. So, we've had Zlatan here. We've had a lot of guys come over, but this is the first time that we've had a GOAT in his prime still.
So you think Messi's still in his prime?
Well, he's at the end of his prime.
Got you.
But he still is. He's going to be considered for the Ballon d'Or this year. Like he still had an excellent year.
The Ballon d'Or is kind of like the MVP. Gotcha.
Right. It's gonna. I think right now people are either on his or Haaland's side, but like.
And if Haaland wins it, nobody's going to be mad at. Nobody's mad about that. That cat balled out.
It's obvious that Messi's on the downward trajectory of his career, but he's still like. I would actually say it's similar to LeBron. He's on the downward trajectory of his career, but he's still one of the best that's currently playing still.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think Messi is at that level still. He still plays at a great level.
So what does this mean for Major League Soccer?
Okay, so I think there's two scenarios. Either this is like the awakening that Major League Soccer needs, and it like jumpstarts the sport over here and becomes dominant. I don't think it will ever I don't think it'll ever reach the level of American football in the States, ever.
No.
I think it potentially could compete with baseball and basketball.
Yeah,
over
I think it would compete with basketball first. Basketball traditionally has just less numbers. Now I think the last two NBA championship games, the game. I think this year it was only Game 5, right? They beat them 4-1. Yeah. So Game 5 and then Game 7 of last year. Both of those garnered more views than, if I'm not mistaken, they garnered more views than like the NBA championship ever has before. So basketball is kind of, because we're bringing in a lot of foreign players from across the world that are doing really well. Jokic is a huge example of that. But basketball is still, I think, because baseball is extremely popular in northern states,
right?
And so I think if anything, MLS could probably start bumping into basketball, and it'd be cool to see those major league games take the primetime spots of basketball games that aren't important.
And that'll happen because right now to watch Major League Soccer, you have to have an Apple TV subscription because that's where they're streaming the games.
Yeah, or I think ESPN Plus streams some of them.
Yeah,
maybe
it's possible, but it's all on streaming. They're not gonna dominate the networks.
You don't have ease of access to the networks.
But I think that Messi being here is going to do either two things. It's going to either bring Americans along and we're just going to fall in love with it, or it's just going to literally bring attention from the outside.
Right.
It'll be like a little bit of a spectacle.
Right.
And then we'll all go back about our business. But
man, I think it's here to stay.
But here, the reason why I think it's huge is I think that it might not attract people who have already grown up and already have their sports opinions, like maybe even people our age. It might not even attract some guys who are our age,
right,
and older.
Right.
They're gonna just continue to be set on the sports that they enjoy. They might look at it and say that's kind of interesting.
Because unfortunately they don't have a friend who will baby step them into this like you have to be.
But I think what will happen though is the younger kids. There are so many Messi fans already here in the USA,
dude.
So what it's gonna do for And the other thing is, think about this. How many, and I'm going to use a dirty word, how many soccer fans, how many soccer fans in the States love the game but don't watch Major League Soccer, and they would rather watch,
I mean, when I was in school, even when you had just the random kids that were in, because nobody watched soccer when I was in school. That wasn't you didn't do that. We made fun of it. So
right.
So when kids were actually wearing jerseys and stuff, though, I didn't even know. To be honest with you, I did not know that America had a professional league, and apparently it's been around for a really long time.
Yeah, like 30 years, 40 years. Something
I didn't know anything about that until I got older, and even then I didn't care.
Right.
So it's not something that's been popular before.
Yeah.
And it certainly isn't popular amongst people who are
and I'm saying
fans.
Even already there are a lot of soccer fans in the States. And we did it. We neither one of us really even watch Major League Soccer. We start watching Premier League.
Yeah, my favorite team became Newcastle in one game because I'm like, yo, this is awesome. I didn't even think to cut on Major League, And
I think that that's the case even with a lot of fans here.
Even with you have a FC Dallas Major League team, but you're thinking about,
I think more about who am I going to support over here in Europe. Like I know for sure, it's set. I am an FC Dallas fan. However, I could do a better job of being a better fan because I don't really I'll check in on the scores. I've tried to log in to watch the games, but I haven't been able to get one that works out with my schedule to actually watch. So, that's to me, that's I know they're doing okay. They're a decent team in the Major League Soccer. Miami is actually bottom of the league. They're one of those teams that's just bottom of the barrel.
Okay, so I think I see what Messi's doing.
Yeah, well, he's coming. Well, and they are thinking about. I can't remember the other names. But there's some other guys from Europe going, oh, Messi's going over there? Maybe I'll think about Miami.
Really? Because, hey, look, if there's one thing that's for certain, that American money is good, man.
Hey, and Messi is going to be – he turned down $1 billion offer to come to Miami.
From who?
From who is this? It was a Saudi club.
Of course it was.
Yeah, he turned down one of those
oil money.
Yeah, he turned down a very lucrative deal. However, I think he's thinking long term.
Is it in the same league that Ronaldo's in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so now he's going to come here, and he's going to still make probably close to $1 billion total, because he's also going to gets part of the Apple TV streaming.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he gets part of the streaming royalties. And
did Apple have something to do with bringing Messi over here?
Yes, absolutely,
dude.
So he's going to be getting streaming royalties from Apple, because Apple is thrilled that they have Messi.
Yeah, well, they have a monopoly on. So this seems like a duality that's at play here. Apple has a monopoly on Major League Soccer. Mm-hmm. So what's going to happen is, if more people are starting to feed in, well, then you're going to have networks like ESPN and Fox Sports and everything like that. That's like, hey, let us in on this, and Apple's either going to say, no, we have however many years, because I'm sure the contract they signed for the MLS is ridiculous. It's probably like some 10-year contract or something like that. So they're going to say no, and Apple's going to become like this major sports thing, or they're going to say, yeah, we'll lease out this game to you and stuff like that. Huge deal for Apple. On the other hand, you have Messi, who's come into Miami, which is bottom of the league. However, they're top of the league in their jersey design, because they're freaking awesome. Not that I looked to buy one of the jerseys. That wasn't me. But if Messi can flip this team, right, it's one of the most exciting stories in America.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna make all the headlines. It's gonna make all the news. People are gonna be tweeting about it. People are gonna be posting videos about it. People are gonna go to the games.
We're gonna have Major League Soccer is gonna be one of the major leagues. Like, it's gonna be competing. And
dude,
so
this is so exciting.
That is really exciting.
Like, it's not exciting enough for me right now because it hasn't happened yet. But like for my kids, bringing them up, like we might be bringing our kids up into an era of Major League Soccer, bro.
And the thing that we don't have. And I know most of the international fans are already they're upset about it a little bit. Like, we don't have relegation and promotion. So even Major League Soccer is going to function in a similar way as our leagues. Right. So it's already going to be different. It's entertainment driven. And Messi's going to bring a show. Oh, yeah. So you know how many the tickets went from like $39 a ticket.
Oh, I'm well aware.
To $300 a ticket.
Yes, that became Major League Football tickets,
And people are going to buy it initially, not because they're supporters of a club, but because they want to see the show. Yeah. Like, Messi's in town. I've got to go see Messi play. Absolutely. Like, the GOAT came to America, and I'd be doing a disservice to my channel viewers
if you didn't go
not go watch Messi play.
Do they play FC Dallas at any point?
I assume that they would. I mean, I don't know.
I imagine there's not enough teams for them to like split or anything like that. They probably all play each other.
I think there's conferences.
Okay. Oh, are there conferences?
Yeah.
That would make sense, because with the entertainment and stuff like that, you would want to do that. I have no idea how the MLS works.
Yeah, there's an Eastern and Western Conference. Okay. East and West. There's
So I also wonder. I really wonder if it's going to force American soccer or the Major League Soccer into a system of relegation. Like, is there going to be another league?
So we do have the USL, which New Orleans is about to get a club. Yes, we could do promotion relegation. This is the only sport where promotion relegation would work in America.
Yo, all right, with New Orleans getting a team, bro, we could be some of the biggest supporters, bro.
We could.
I'm about to get in a flipping New Orleans jersey. That's going to be awesome, man.
They don't know what the team's going to be called yet, but, I mean...
Who cares? We know what the colors are going to be.
So, the thing is...
Mardi Gras, baby.
Yeah. So, there are 29 teams in Major League Soccer.
They have them split East and West, yeah?
East and West, okay.
How do they split 29? I guess 15 and 14?
Yeah, so there's 14 in the Western Conference, 15 in the Eastern. Guess who's number 15 in the East?
Ooh, let's hear it.
Inter Miami. Okay,
so they are literally
dead last in the East.
Wow. Okay.
Let me look at this here. Yeah, they're sitting at 5 wins and 12 losses, no draws.
Yikes.
So they
got beat in all 12 of those. Like, there was not a single. Gosh, dude.
And then
awful.
In the Western Conference, my FC Dallas boys are at the 4th position.
Who the heck? Hold on, wait. Who else is on Miami's team? Is it just Messi? Is he going to be 1v11? You know what I mean?
And see, that's the thing. I don't even know. I don't know Major League Soccer players. Yeah. Like, the guys who I know are all playing in Europe. Like,
gosh dang.
Like, if you think about it, the best Major League or the best professional footballers from America on the American team all play in Europe.
That's right.
Now, so they do have a handful of MLS players on the national team. Jesus Ferreira, he plays there, and I know there's a handful like dude played great in the World Cup. What was his name? He plays for a Major League Soccer team, but like for the most part, like the big names like McKinney, Tyler Adams, Tim Weah, Balogun, Pulisic, like those guys who are the core of the team. They all play in European professional clubs.
I wonder if that's going, because some of those guys are just out on loan, yeah?
Yeah.
So I really wonder if that's going to, now that, like if Messi can come and make a big enough statement, which he already has,
right.
but as far as like gameplay goes, if around the world it's going to put the rest of the leagues on notice because players are going to want to start coming and playing in the MLS, where initially it might be, oh, I'm getting a huge contract, I'm getting these TV deals, I'm getting sponsorships and stuff that just don't exist yet. And then eventually, no, I'm going to play there because it's actually a competitive league.
Yeah.
I really wonder.
What's going to be great for the league, and this is what I hope happens, is that there are going to be, it's number one, it legitimizes the Major League Soccer. So
That's
now
right.
everyone across the world will tune in to watch, or not everyone, but people
I mean,
will
4
tune
million
in to watch.
extra people are going to tune in. You know that.
They're going to watch Messi. They want to see what he's doing over here. They're going to try to learn the Major League Soccer system.
Right.
And
they're going to get angry.
What I really hope happens is that there will be thousands of kids putting on a Messi jersey because they're so happy that the GOAT's here.
Dude.
They're going to go join a local soccer league, and then you're going to start having these youth academies start really growing, like my pastor, Isaac Woodward. He played for the Chicago. So who's Chicago?
They have like a Chicago youth club.
Yeah, he played for Chicago Fire. Yeah,
Okay.
He played for their youth club.
Wow.
And so he was good. But imagine like all of these kids start playing. They start getting really good. They start joining these youth leagues. American soccer could actually start becoming good. And we wouldn't be looking long before we're actually one of the powerhouses. Like, no, it'll be a while.
Yeah,
but
like we were saying, it might be 10, 20 years from now, but
I can imagine a day when USA. Can you imagine USA competing to win the World Cup, man?
Dude,
Finally.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Well, think about this too. This is another cool thing to think about. We're wearing jerseys here as Americans of European players. What happens when European and La Liga and things like that, the kids over there in those countries are wearing Messi jerseys from Miami, bro?
That'd be interesting. I don't know if that.
If I go out of the country and I see another kid wearing like a Messi jersey,
it would be wild.
It would be, bro.
I don't know. There probably will be a few, but I would imagine that most people would be wearing his Barca jersey when he played for Barcelona. But
didn't he? Wait, so did he? Am I right on him turning down Barcelona to come play over here?
Yeah.
Wow.
So there was I don't know if he turned them down, but there was connection with him either going to the Saudi club, to Barca, or to I think those are the two, and then the USA. Those were the three that were being discussed, and he decided to come to Miami.
Gotcha.
And I think it's because he's gonna make a bag here.
Oh, dude, his endorsement deals are going to be insane.
And he also, he wants a new challenge. He's going to come over here. And I think some other guys are going to start coming to the league, which I welcome. Come from Europe. We understand that you're better than us. Come over here and help us get good.
I need every star player from the teams that are above Newcastle to dip out so that we can win.
Harry Kane, come on, let's go.
Yeah, come on.
Anyway, so those are some cool things happening here for Major League Soccer. We're pretty excited about it.
Absolutely.
I've been doing a lot of tactics reactions on the channel, trying to learn, and I think I'm going to try to at some point coach some soccer. That would be something that would be a blast.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I know you've
got to teach me some of these tactics too.
Yeah,
like I would love to compare them to American football defenses and stuff like that. That'd be so cool.
I think I was looking at some things while I was doing. I think that it would be the easiest to show some defensive formations that actually mirror soccer formations, or football formations, which is going to be an interesting video to make. I think that'll be fun to do sometime.
Oh,
We'll
yeah. That'd be
break
cool.
down the tactics there.
I would love that.
I don't think offense actually translates very well because we have offensive lines, and that kind of throws things off.
We have lines of scrimmage. And
right,
things like
and
that.
because there's more set pieces that we're running. It's different.
It's a play-by-play situation.
But with defenses, you're more
it's reactionary.
Right. You're more you're reacting to what the other team is doing.
You have plays, but for the most part, it's really just reacting to what like in American football, you have routes that receivers are running and stuff like that, or maybe you have ways that the offensive line are blocking and stuff like that. On defense, you have blitz schemes and drop coverage and man coverage. I mean, that's really it.
Yeah, I think it'd be easy to compare an NFL defense to a soccer formation.
That's right.
It won't be exact, but it'll be fun, and that'll be a fun video for us.
And we can
to
do
make.
it, man. We can do it. We got a pro in the soccer and a pro in the football.
I'm no pro, but I have been getting some comments on my tactical videos that things are looking good. I had one tactic that said I'm going to be the real life Ted Lasso.
Okay,
so
dude.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
They got a 3-season show out of that, bro. So hey, tell Apple to come on, man.
Yeah.
Tell them to come on and throw us some money, bro. We'll do anything.
So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the Patreon / channel member portion of this podcast.
That's right.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've watched to the end of this, we really appreciate you.
We do.
We're going to click on over and watch the highlights from the USA-Mexico game.
Yeah.
And kind of the highlights of the fights. We're going to watch that.
Yes, sir.
And then talk about whatever else comes to mind.
And hey, I just want to go ahead and let you guys know, if you haven't already, first of all, if you've made it this far through the video and you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Yeah, subscribe. Up until our malfunction last week, which has now been fixed, we've been dropping videos just about every week of this podcast. Luke and I are absolutely loving it. We're loving the engagement that we get with you guys and the comments that y'all are leaving behind. If there are things that you want us to talk about on any of our channels, just comment on a video. Let us know what you want us to talk about, and it actually does help drive discussion and gives us some interesting things to go over. So please do that.
And we're at 15,000 subscribers, a little over 15,000 now on the channel, which means that we are 15% of the way to getting that plaque, and we really want that YouTube plaque. So go ahead and subscribe.
Please do.
Anyway, that being said, we'll see you guys in the next podcast, and now we'll talk to the Patreon people.
Boom.